I have a few things I want to share tonight. I'm not here for the reason you might suspect, a wife panicking about losing household income. That's not my issue. In fact, to be quite honest with you, I have really mixed feelings about whether I would even want Dan to continue teaching at Hinckley, because in his long successful career as a teacher, I don't believe he's ever had such a poor experience with administration as he has had at this school. I've actually seen the administration at the school robbing from him his joy of teaching, and teaching is not what he does, it's what he is. He is a teacher, that's who he is. Just a few tidbits in case you didn't have a chance to review any kind of file for yourself. Dan's taught for 19 years. He's never been non-renewed in his entire career. In his first 2 years at Hinckley, he got good evaluations, positive reviews, and then mysteriously, suddenly in his third year, which coincidentally is the year that teachers come up for tenure, he was suddenly targeted aggressively for elimination. I don't believe this is a coincidence. I don't believe that it's based on any valid criteria as far as instructional quality. Budget, it's not budget, he's not being laid off. His position will be filled next year. We've seen that already in mailboxes that say new hire where Dan's name would have been. So that's not the issue. I believe that he's been giving poor evaluations by his administrators to mask political and personal motivations to get rid of him. As another teacher, I personally went through his evaluations with him, looked at the lesson plans that he was going to present to show the improvement in the areas that were requested, and know that those things were done. And when the administrator actually showed up to do the evaluations, to see the progress, those efforts were ignored, or new issues were raised out of the blue, basically just not viewing, not listening, not caring about any efforts that were made to address their concerns. So, two things I really want to leave you with tonight. The first one is, I was a founding teacher at Mapleton Expeditionary School of the Arts up in Thornton, which was highlighted in the Obama campaign, etc. You seem to have similar values in this district because you also have an expeditionary school. Studies by respected institutions of educational reform, such as the Gates Foundation, do say that students are able to identify effective teaching when they experience it. They may not be able to articulate the exact instructional methods that the teacher is using that achieve that goal, but they know when they have a good teacher. And that correlates with other measures of student success, such as standardized test scores, etc. When you have motivated, dedicated students like the ones here tonight telling you, this is a good teacher, this teacher is effective for me, what they are doing in the classroom is effective for me, I am learning, I don't think that can be ignored. I think that needs to be taken into serious consideration, because kids know when they're being taught well. I'm proposing the radical idea here that maybe instead of telling kids what works for them in the classroom and how they should be learning, we maybe step back and try to listen when they're telling us that they have something that is working. The second thing I want to bring up is that it's well known that one of the most, if not the most important factor in the success of students, especially economically and socially disadvantaged students, like many of the students at Hinckley, is relationships.
You're at your 3 minutes.
Thank you. Students who have developed relationships with teachers who have taken the time to do this, they value those relationships, and by removing teachers like that from the school for whatever the reasons may be, you're betraying the students and you are just destroying the continuity and stability of their school that they rely on. I want to leave you guys with this fact. Think about the teachers who touched your lives when you were kids. Were they the teachers who were excellent at doing rote, administration demanded things like writing success criteria on the marker board, or were they people who challenged you, inspired you, and made you believe that you could become something in your life? These are the kind of teachers that you're proposing to throw away, and I think that's a shame and a travesty for Hinckley High School. Thank you for your time.